A very good afternoon to you all and welcome from me, Rukidi Edward Kijjanagoma, to Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. It is Friday, the 21st day of October 2022, and we are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Mong, has proposed the amendment of the Constitution to ensure that the Inspectorate of Government can hold people in the private sector accountable for money sent to them by government. She said this after the Inspector General of Government, Betty Olive Kamia, handed over two biannual reports to her. Shamim Naiga reports.
The Constitution, under Chapter 13, Article 225, mandates the IGG with powers to investigate cases of corruption and abuse of office, among others. It's on this note, therefore, that the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Mong, wants an amendment of the Constitution to ensure that Inspectorate of Government can also hold people in the private sector accountable for the money given by government.
Unfortunately, the Constitution, as I said, limits you to only public sector, and yet the money is taken to private sector. The question is, who will determine the cost and hold the private sector accountable for this money? That's why we need a constitutional amendment to that.
Speaker Among said this after the IGG presented to her the two biannual IG performance reports, which indicated that the highest estimated cost of corruption was for the environmental degradation at Uganda shillings 2.8 trillion per year, and that the cost of absenteeism in the public sector estimated at Uganda shillings 2.3 trillion per year, according to a study conducted by IG in support from GIZ. The report also indicates that Uganda shillings 2.8 billion were recovered as a result of prosecution, and value of assets confiscated were valued at 4.5 billion.
July, December 2021.
But as you will realize that most of the failure in prosecution is because getting evidence beyond reasonable doubt is quite an appeal.
According to the Director of Research, Education and Advocacy, Stephen Yokrol, the value of cases under investigation was Uganda shillings 589 billion and US dollars 268 million. And of the investigation conducted, 15 were high-profile syndicated corruption and 527 were grouped as other corruption cases. According to the IGG, to ensure IG effectively implements its mandate, there needs to be an amendment of the legal framework in relation to civil asset recovery law to boost recovery of stolen or misappropriated funds, need to fast-track the witness protection law, need to amend the IG Act for a corporate legal status of the IG, and address the existing legal gaps, plus more other recommendations.
We are also recommending that if it was possible to establish a special appellate court for anti-corruption cases, so that when it goes to appeal, it can be expedited, and also the fraudsters will keep appealing because they want to prolong their partial freedom.
Meanwhile, the Speaker also met with officials from the Equal Opportunities Commission, led by the Chairperson Safia Nalurejioko, and she asked the team to map inequality in the country, indicating regional differences in a bid to enhance service delivery.
That I've already said, we are going to have to the report, and we'll make sure we'll change this Uganda.
Shamim Naiga and Gloria Gutabenji, Parliament.
The ruling NRM party says that there is no need for panic and anxiety amongst members of the general public regarding the continued endorsement of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni by well-wishers for the 2026 presidential race. In an exclusive interview with the party Secretary General Richard Tudong, he notes that as per now, what the party is focusing on is the execution of the 2021-2026 manifesto. And when time for politics returns, the party will follow the usual procedures to generate candidates at all elective positions. Onyango Robert gives us more details.
To Her Excellency for appending the signature.
For close to 2 months now, regional NRM supporters have been appending their signatures to the endorsement proposal for another presidential bid for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni come 2026.
Our president get another sole candidate of 2026.
Besides training on different media platforms, the move has also attracted mixed reactions, especially within the political circles. The NRM party top leadership has now broken its silence over the matter.
What is going on is not something that is strange. It is normal. There are individuals in the party, groups within the party, who would wish to express their support and extend their calling to leaders to offer themselves in various positions of the party and government. As a party, we are saying these are normal issues. We don't stop anybody from expressing his or her interests or preference to a candidate, but at the right time, the party, through the party organs, will process all this and make a presentation to the organs of the party that will pronounce themselves over this.
In this exclusive interview with the NRM Party Secretary General, Richard Todwong says whether it will be President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni or someone else in 2026, time will tell.
At the moment, it's too early for the party to say the party would support President Yoweri Museveni for another term, or the party would support somebody X or another person. The democracy that we practice in the party gives leverage to everybody to feel free to offer himself, as long as you have the qualifications and the right credentials that the party feels you should have.
As per now, the party is only deploying all its energies on the implementation of its current mandate.
But we only saying at the moment we are faced with quite a number of things as a party and government that we wouldn't want to be diverted into the politics of who becomes the next flag bearer of the party in 2026 general election. We have just been in office for 1 year. We have a manifesto to make sure it is well implemented, and we wouldn't want to spend much energy and time politicking. We need to transform lives of citizens, just like the president has always been telling us.
Although on several occasions there have been calls and insinuations that the former Commander Land Forces General Muhoozi Kainerugaba will be joining politics, Todwong asserts that this remains a matter of his choice.
I've not yet heard from the general himself that he is intending to run for the presidency of this country. If he wishes to run, being a serving army officer, he will have to retire from the army and he will have to offer himself to run at whatever position he wants to run, be it at presidential level or a member of parliament or whatever position he would like to run in. And of course, I know he has a lot of admirers, a lot of young people who are helping him mobilize, and so all these interests, we shall cross the bridge when we reach.
With almost 1.5 years in office as the party Secretary General, Richard Todwong boasts of some success which, according to him, has been pegged onto teamwork.
From the time I became the Secretary General, I worked so hard to make sure that the party secretariat gets united. And every leader at the party secretariat, be it a director, be it anybody at a different level of office, senior leaders, mid-level managers, and the staffs do understand their purpose of being leaders of a political party. The biggest challenge of NRM for a long time has been internal bickering. So when you unite them, they work together so well. And so we've been able to win all these by-elections. Not by any magic, but because we struggle so hard to unite our people to a common goal.
According to the Secretary General, the party is now focusing on how best they can penetrate into the hostile regions of the country, especially Buganda. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Thanks, Robert, for that story there. A civil society alliance for nutrition in Uganda has asked for scaling up nutrition in the country because Uganda is a food basket with very good conditions. The convener of Civil Society Alliance for Nutrition in Uganda, Richard Baguma, says Uganda is among the countries experiencing high levels of nutrition, yet solutions are vast. Zara Bigaba has more on that story.
The fishermen in Opeta landing site of Tet sub-county Palisa district have called on government to save them from UPDF soldiers who they accuse of torture while fishing on Lake Choga.
Matulugunya abantu be Palisa anasola tuli muntu moiza abantu bawesere emirembo munsi yabo abamajja abananyere baletere ni abantu basukira bakondo balige mu muntu bamutwala mu mitwalo 7 emitwalo 8 milioni imeka abantu bawesere byabo abantu batulira ente bamaliri
The fishermen revealed that UPDF officers have prioritized extorting money from the fishermen than enforcing good fishing methods.
We enter there to fish, but they catch us from where? From inside there. If they catch you, they need it. One M.
And I make Bako Okuba, negative Gibakove. I say now, I tell Gamma. I think I need to make Bako Kuba. Kai Tomato. It's a time for a moment.
Solaku Gemaluati, those who are meant to Alensam, Nibagamezu, those who are meant to Alekinana, Okoto Sebu, Babacosida about the Recescent, Blamuta from my Ebuere, Gabla Saint. O my gaita mumu office guard when I know gadu mire ba mata chibalia olo lunku sensor nanyere olo sokro lunku sensor abantu.
Mapera Kenneth, the Optet sub-county chairperson, explained that Kalido district fisheries officer has almost turned fishermen from Opeta landing site his garden, where he on daily basis extorts money for his survival, hence calling for urgent government's intervention before the situation worsens.
The CDF of Kalido is now making fishermen his garden or his ATM where he can go and get money at any time he feels like. We are not going to condone such kinds or such types of characters in this nation.
This has attracted attention of the resident district commissioner Dikusoka Majid, who vowed to engage with the stakeholders to harmonize the situation.
Some of UPDF officers who cross from the other side of Kalido and Buyende, you know, they come here, they terrorize our people, they extort money. Actually, that money goes to 1,600,000, 700,000. From here, I'm going to call the commander, the one who commands that unit. We are going to sit. Actually, we are going to have a meeting here at Opeta landing site, so that we solve that problem. We cannot allow our people to be beaten in their own country. We cannot allow that.
And we do apologize for the mix-up of the stories there, but that one was about the fishing community at Opeta landing site in Obotet sub-county, Palisa district, that has described the continued torture by the UPDF officers at Lake Choga, who they say hide under the guise of fighting illegal fishing. But now let's go back to that story of nutrition, where Civil Society Alliance for Nutrition in Uganda has asked for scaling up nutrition in the country because Uganda is a food basket with very good conditions. Take a watch.
Uganda National Action Plan, if implemented and brought to people, will lead to deal with a compendium of problems that relate to malnutrition. Richard Baguma says there is need to interest different stakeholders in areas of nutrition to end malnutrition in humans.
Because of lack of prioritization of nutrition interventions, there is therefore lack of resources, money specifically, and budgets that go to this. Secondly, there is confusion amongst even the elite to understand that in order to reverse the problems of malnutrition, you have to have a multi-sectoral approach. It's not just a health or food problem. You need all the sectors, mindset change, gender, the interventions that have to do with infrastructure, the interventions that have to do with policy and laws in order for us.
Center for Food and Adequate Living Rights legal officer Tracy Nabale says there is need to regulate breastfeeding at workplaces because of the limited number of days given by employers.
We have our Employment Act that regulates employees and employers in Uganda. However, Section 56 of this act gives only working mothers 3 months, which are 60 working days, for them to be on maternity leave. This leaves a dilemma on how these mothers are going to continue breastfeeding even after the maternity leave has elapsed.
Stakeholders identified gaps in the National Nutrition Policy Plan, especially in breastfeeding, calling for more sensitization.
Sloppiness of the duty bearers, particularly the government people who have the duty to do this work. Sometimes they can be sluggish and sloppy and too slow, even when they have the policies and the laws and the resources. Sometimes the resources are not spent.
Legislators highlighted the need of training more community health workers to boost proper feeding, especially in rural areas.
Nutrition is very crucial in maintaining mental health and fighting addiction as well.
Focusing on nutrition and non-communicable diseases and food safety by looking out at foods that have aflatoxins was also highlighted. Stakeholders noted a slow progress of government in implementing the Uganda National Nutrition Plan, with the country registering increasing levels of malnutrition. Nutrition is essential, especially the first 1,000 days of human development, from conception to 2 years. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
For 3 months, 300 youths competed in a Be a Millionaire campaign that targeted empowering the youth through entrepreneurial skills, offering them technical and financial support to boost their businesses. David Okidi from the Northern Region was the winner of the second Nile Brewery's Be a Millionaire campaign Season 2, walking away with 10 million shillings grand prize plus 3 million shillings accumulated in the quiz competition. Priscilla Kisache came in second, while Ojok Kenneth was third. We bring you the best highlights of the crowning ceremony.
You see, the trainings that you people have done in this country, together with the Minister of Finance, are really tremendous. They have changed the lives of traders, the lives of entrepreneurs, the lives of manufacturers everywhere in the country, even agriculturists, even production. It has boosted productivity, now value addition, and now to marketing.
I'm so excited. It has quite been long. I'm going to use the money to boost up my business. I deal with agri-business, that is fruits and vegetables. I am growing cabbage and watermelon. Utilize it well to help me boost, to enable me grow up my business and to support the people whom I employ. Yeah.
Thank you. I feel very excited. I almost feel in the shoes of the young people who have been on the stage competing. And I think for us as Nile Breweries, this is what we believe in. We believe in creating an empowered population. Actually, our dream is creating a future with more cheers, and to see young people who have gone to school, who have been struggling in their businesses, coming on national stage and being able to perform, being able to win money. This is what we believe in, sharing that joy. So we are very excited at Nile Breweries, and we really pledge that this is just the beginning.
Now, the Ministry of Energy is to roll out the use of machine learning to automate the determination of optimal electrification strategies. This was revealed at the sideline of the rollout of artificial intelligence-based data site identification system tool developed by Sunbird AI, A1, a local artificial intelligence company. Take a watch.
We're using remote sensing data. This allows easy scaling, so we don't need to collect more data. Once we have validated the use of the tool, for example on Lamo, then it becomes easy to scale through Uganda, through Africa, for example.
We apply mini grids in places where we think extension of the grid at the immediate may not be financially viable. So the pilot we've done in Lamo was to do a proof of concept for us to understand that we have a platform that can help guide the distribution, the siting and development of these mini grids. So certainly we want to scale out this across the country. We want to use this platform to show where else we can site these mini grids and how best we develop them to be productive.
It's a place where there's already been some work with solar mini grids. It also has a diverse number of people, so you have different housing situation there, different social fabric. So it's really a good place to try a rural electrification strategy.
and you can sort of drill in.
It's coming to 21 minutes after 1 in the studios of UBC TV. We'll now take a short break and return with the latest in business.
So, I'm here to announce that the MTN Kampala Marathon is back. And this year, we are running for babies. To be clear, I am not talking about a baby. No. And neither am I talking about to be baby. I am talking about these small dollars.
Run for babies in the MTN Kampala Marathon on Sunday, 20th November 2022. Dial star 165 star 77 hash or use the Momo app to register.
Leaders who care create a good learning environment.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial star 149 star 10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial star 149 star 10 star 5 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial star 149 star 10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude, it's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you, do you have everything you need to believe?
MTN joins the people of Keralur to celebrate the 12th coronation anniversary of the King of Keralur, His Royal Majesty Ubim Philip Raoni III in October. At MTN, we believe that we only succeed if the communities in which we operate succeed. And so, we're happy to join the people and well-wishers of the people of Keralur in promoting social cultural programs of the Ubim.
Walego Mugisa ni Ubimu ku Keralur.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that there are confirmed cases of Ebola in Uganda. We, however, urge the public not to panic as the situation is being managed. The Ministry of Health further reminds the public to be on the lookout for any persons who may show signs and symptoms of Ebola. These include high body temperature, abdominal pains, diarrhea, vomiting, bleeding from the body openings such as the nose, eyes, and mouth. Please inform the nearest health worker immediately if you see anyone with these signs and symptoms. To prevent Ebola from spreading further, please take the following preventive measures: regular washing of hands with water and soap, avoid handshaking and hugging, avoiding any contact with any suspected Ebola patients. Any person who dies suddenly should not be buried but reported to the nearest health worker or LC1 immediately. For further information, please call the Ministry of Health toll-free number on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and World Health Organization.
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijjanagoma. Let's have a look now at what's happening in the world of business. Players in the hospitality industry are exploring ways in which hospitality businesses can optimize technology to deliver streamlined operations and create exceptional experiences. In a stakeholder engagement in Kampala organized by PESAPAL, the hospitality sector players were encouraged to adapt and thrive. Here is our business reporter, Dennis Igoa, with a detailed story.
The engagement with the hospitality and tourism sector players is aimed at creating partnerships for mutual benefits. Players are encouraged to take their businesses online in order to grow revenue and avoid the inconveniences that come with manual systems.
Changing technology is impacting customer expectations, and you know that most of the trends in the travel and hospitality industry are driven by technology, ranging from voice search to robotics, to virtual reality, recognition technology. Someone was talking about seeing a picture of a swimming pool. The future is virtual reality. You touch a button and see the real thing.
Jinbia Mugisha, the executive director, Uganda Hotel Owners Association, emphasizes on online payment system security. Safe and trustable systems attract more users, boost confidence, and increase traffic on a platform.
You know, with everything automated, a guest can check in and pay and book their ticket without having to interface with the human being, and come to the hotel and use their phone to check in and actually even go to their room and check out and pay. We find that the world, and unfortunately, it's moving very fast.
Founded in 2009, PESAPAL provides a simple, safe and secure way for individuals and businesses to make and accept payments in Africa. It is a payment gateway service through which clients can process payments either via mobile money and mobile money banking.
We've built our own reserve port, which is a booking engine that is integrated to payments. And this is Visa, MasterCard, mobile money solution. That includes Airtel, MTN money, just to enable businesses to receive or for consumers to go cashless.
The platform is safe, it's ready to handle, and it's confident. I think for me that is what we want to see really. And that's the challenge. And of course the other challenge really is are we there? Is the framework, is the technology spread throughout, is it inclusive, or there's some asymmetry?
Disruptive technologies are changing business models, and customer expectations are changing by the day. To achieve business growth, the service industry needs to evaluate and upgrade their processes in order to deliver connected and personalized customer experiences. Dennis Igoa and Aisha Nakazi for UBC Business.
29 minutes after 1 in the studios of UBC TV, we finally come to the end of this lunchtime news bulletin this Friday, the 21st day of October 2022. Thank you so much for having kept us company. My name is Rikidi Edward Kijjanagoma, wishing you a blessed afternoon.